Hello.
Hi, welcome to the podcast today.
If you don't know which day it is, stick around.
We talk about that in a moment.
The podcast opens with a strong pronouncement from Nikki.
Hey, I don't think I'm the only one feeling that, so it's fine.
It was just funny because that sort of whining sounds more like me.
Yeah, well, I was glad to start off the show.
You got out there and got strong right away.
I was right out the gate first.
Yeah. Other things happening. The coffee maker is broken. And so am I.
We need to really work on that today if someone needs to take it back.
Yeah. Let's see. We got companies buying each other, more money, more phones, right? A text from Leah about quarantine. We talked South Korea, Broadway, Snowpiercer, Apple.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Hopefully the podcast will be enjoyable.
Is that it? I mean, there's more, but, you know.
We want to keep some of it a surprise.
Yep.
Well, make sure you say hello.
We always
need
another one
to hear from you. 877-2RadioU. If you text us, put that you're a podcast listener and your name as well.
Yep. So
enjoy your day today.
Oh, man, I'm already on the way.
Okay.
It's already happening, guys.
Come on. Woo! It's going to be a great day, and hopefully the podcast is a part of that good day.
It's just going to help.
Hopefully.
It is the Riot.
The Riot. They're kind of a big deal.
Hey, can we do that again? Maybe a little more energy?
No. RadioU.
So it's Wednesday. Do we feel like it feels like Wednesday, or do we not know what day it still feels like? What day do we think it is?
I don't know.
It doesn't. It felt like last night was like Thursday night, and today's Friday, and it's not.
You just came rushing out with that.
Well,
like you've been hanging on to that.
Saving it since Monday.
So, what
makes it not feel like Wednesday? I don't know.
How do we fix this? What do we do?
We have to do today, and then we'll have to do tomorrow, and then we'll get to Friday.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm not even kidding. I'm really trying to enjoy today because it's all there is.
Well, you're supposed to seize the moment, and today is the day.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. Woo! I don't know what else to tell you either, but I just want to let you know I was really confused last night.
Okay, well,
I thought it should be later in the week.
So let's say, now we know today's Wednesday, but, Friday. What about Friday? Could we bring forward into Wednesday that you could enjoy? Like, what is it? What is the essence of Friday? Now, I can't you could sleep. You know what? Do you want to take tomorrow off? Do you want to sleep in tomorrow?
Is that what I need?
You can.
I could.
You know what? I'll come in here.
Well,
I'll take care of it. You just sleep.
I think I'll save it for a special day.
Okay.
And I don't know if tomorrow feels like the day.
Okay.
We just have to make it through the week.
No, Nikki. We got to live. This is all there is. This is it. This is it. So, okay,
this is all we got.
Okay, aside from the sleeping in, what is it about a Friday that we could bring into Wednesday?
There's not really that much anymore. There used to be, but...
What was there then?
I don't even know.
I know what you're saying.
I don't know. It's just
really
an essence, a feeling of it, and you can't just make that feeling up.
I will say that I am struggling with the sameness of every day.
I think the weekend...
I get that.
The weekend is still nice because, it's the sameness. It's just longer stretches of it, but, there's not work to do.
Well, the only thing about the weekend that, to me, that seems to be any different from the week is the ability to take a nap whenever I want.
And stay up late.
Well, I do like that, too. Though I don't even understand that. What am I doing late that I couldn't do in the middle of the day?
We don't need to dissect the weekend, though. We're just we're gonna get there, and we're gonna be fine, and we're gonna enjoy our Wednesday to the best of our ability.
I think about that sometimes, where it's like, I like staying up late. Why? Everything's the same.
Yeah, but later. It's later in the day.
Why can I not enjoy at 3 p.m. what I want to enjoy at 3 a.m.?
Because there's something rebellious about it.
That must be what it is.
Because I just want to stay up.
I don't have the answer.
There is no answer.
I have the question for sure.
Well, hopefully we're going to have an amazing day. You guys are included in that.
We're going to make it amazing.
We are. So you can text us, say hello, 877-2RadioU.
I love that as soon as we start. So it's Wednesday.
I wanted to get it out in case I forgot and thought it was another day.
We've we've got an archive of everything stupid the Riot has ever said at your fingertips. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Nikki, I have here a text message from Jake, and here's what he says.
Good morning, Jake.
Longtime podcast listener.
Nice.
Very excited to actually be listening to the live show today. Thank you guys for doing what you do and making me belly laugh every day. Jake.
Now I feel pressure.
You
Now
feel
I feel
pressure?
like we have to have a good show today. I didn't know Jake was listening.
I'll tell you what.
I thought he was just a podcast listener.
He's listening. And unfortunately, with the podcast, we can cut out some of the maybe
guys,
unseemly bits.
If you listen to our podcast, which goes out every day that we do a show, it's the worst of, which means it's like, the better parts of the show. Jake will get the whole thing today.
He's getting all of them. I mean, the good news, though, is that means that he's also getting the music. And I feel very confident about our music.
It kind of blankets the show and
that's
gives
right.
a little bit more comfortable space.
That's right.
Than just us.
I feel that's something I feel good about.
Well, Jake, thank you for listening, obviously, to the podcast, but then also thanks just for joining us for the show today.
So if you guys never have, just remember that you can, in fact, listen to the Riot podcast. If you ever miss a show, or maybe you just need a little
extra
friendship, a little somebody to go with you on Wednesday, then you can.
So our podcast goes out on any podcast app, and then also through our RadioU Riot Facebook page. You can listen to it every day there, and it's on our RadioU Riot YouTube channel each day.
Yeah. Up in a couple of minutes for Jake, let's talk about the announcement that Twitter made yesterday.
Oh, I saw a lot of people sent us this. Like, it doesn't really affect all of us, but it's still fun.
Wait. Tim just texted and said, ask Jake if he works at State Farm.
Do you know each other?
This is, you know what we got right here?
Is this a friendship?
No, this just goes to show you that the show has hit a new low.
Oh.
Now we're just passing messages back and forth between people.
I don't know.
That's the show now.
Let me
the
look
show
at
is us passing messages back and forth.
I don't think, well, maybe. I mean, you're in the same state, but you're nowhere near the same city.
Yeah, but I mean, Nikki, they could have moved. You
Oh,
you
that's
move,
true. You
keep your cell phone number.
You're right.
So,
well, Jake, do you know him?
Jake, do you know Tim?
Do you? Well, thank you guys for listening.
So he says, not that joke again. Jake, wait, is that like a commercial?
Yes, probably.
I missed it.
Well, we don't.
You know what's even worse? We were just used to make a joke.
And
I didn't even know it.
Listen, why don't we just go home?
Man, this is like middle school all over again.
Well, if you want to text us, yes, you may well. You definitely can do that.
I'm going to have to definitely hit the reset button on this.
A Rotten Tomatoes score so high, they refuse to make it public. The Riot on RadioU.
So Twitter made a kind of an announcement yesterday. It's not really a public announcement, but they sent a letter to employees saying that if you want to work from home forever, it's fine. Just work from home.
So does Twitter have a lot of employees across the country? Are we talking more like their headquarters, or does it not say?
It doesn't say. This has apparently Engadget's reporting on a BuzzFeed story where they have said, hey, we've confirmed with Twitter that this is true, that they would not be reopening offices until, was it August or September? But we'll just say later in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Also that they're not allowing business travel until September, and that all in-person events from Twitter have been canceled for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's common with most places.
The other thing that they've done is if you are a work-from-home employee, you get an allowance, basically, to pay for office supplies.
Oh, that's good.
To work from home. And so the allowance...
Can we make that work for a new laptop or what?
If you
Do
did
they
it
give
right,
you one? Maybe they issue one.
I don't know the answer to that, but they get a full $1,000 for the year. That they're able to use for that. No idea how it works. Just I see here that that's something they've done. So they're, let's say, kind of encouraging you to work from home. I see. For me, I could see a work from home like a couple of days a week. But the idea of just completely abandoning going into quote unquote the office, I don't like that.
It's nice to check in like with your physical place.
Yeah.
Every so often, but. Apparently, you don't have to answer your job too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe they don't really need to.
Okay, Nikki, you can work from home. You never have to come back in this building again.
No, I like doing the show here in person with you.
Yeah,
I mean, we could do the show remotely, but I think it would change if we can't see each other.
Yeah.
So I don't mind this part being in person, and then everything else I can do no matter where it is.
When this all started, Nikki and I, in fact, every single one of our DJs took the equipment home they would need to do the show.
We have a party pack that we each took home, so in case you need to, we can.
And so we got all ready for that, but we have not. Nobody's had to pull that trigger yet. Grab that ripcord. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
As much as we talk a big talk, the only way that I would say yes to that is if you told me that we were not doing the show in the morning anymore.
Oh, if it was a later in the day thing.
That is the only thing, to me, that's the only thing about this show that I don't like. Everything else about it is fine. I like it.
It's early. We have to.
Yeah. I mean, it is a morning show, and that's just the way it works.
Of course, they say for remote work, that helps avoid, you don't have a commute, you don't have all the office drama. But then they're saying that you turn around and have just your family drama or your roommates because you're home, and that also can get really old really quickly.
Oh, dude, one of my roommates is working from home, and I feel like sometimes when I come home and I look at them, they just have this desperate, hollow look in their eyes.
Because you were out. You were outside.
They're just like, is it still out there?
I think Twitter needs to understand.
Is the world still out there?
And a lot of places need to understand. We want to work from home, not because of this. We want to be able to work from home if it was just a normal sort of like, look what I get to now do.
Right.
But when you have to work from home because it's such a terrible thing going on, there's still that covering of it.
Yeah. Let's say... No. I think the other thing is that I think that the dream of working from home
is sometimes better. Is
that you're like, I'm just watching Netflix. This is an actual work. Man, when you have to like actually work at home, it kind of sucks.
Okay, let's change that. Then we don't want to work from home. We just want to be at home.
Getting paid to do
without working. That's
now
actually the dream of all of us.
Translated, we get it.
So Twitter's getting close, but they haven't made it perfect.
Not quite there.
The worst of the worst. Are you ready? The Riot Podcast. RadioU.
Listen, I don't want to scare anybody, but we kind of have a situation here at RadioU.
What's up?
Nikki, I think the coffee maker's broken.
Well, are you sure? I thought it was a newer one.
Did you notice that I was in there for a long time?
Yeah, I wonder what you were doing. Is it not like working at all?
I put the water in it.
Yeah.
And the coffee in it 25 minutes ago.
Uh-oh.
Right? Yeah.
Did we forget to push a button?
Nope.
No, we did not.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh, I didn't push the button. No, the button is green.
Did we hold down the button, or have we unplugged and plugged it back in?
Yes.
Now we have?
I was standing there getting water because I was like, I want some water and some coffee. And so I looked over and I'm like, that's funny. The coffee maker is empty. Did I forget to put water in there?
That's my bad.
I'm sorry.
Let me push it again.
So I opened the lid. There's coffee and water in there. Mm-hmm. So then I was like, well, this is obviously it's just a mistake. Just go ahead. Push this button here, turn it off and turn it back on. And then I heard the click and I was like, oh, yep, click. That's it. Getting it ready to get warm. We're fine. Everybody relax. Nope.
No, not at all.
And so then I thought I did what you said. I was like, all right, I'll just unplug it.
Plug it back in.
Plug it back in. Hit the button again.
Maybe you need to leave it unplugged for a while. It's like you think of all the things.
And it didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe what if we made it bold? What if we made it strong? We'll hit this button and then that button. Click.
So it seems to be the water dispensing thing that's not working, or?
I don't know.
Well, the good thing is we have the box. The box is on the cart by the food. We have the box if we need to take it back.
Short term, it's not helping.
Yeah. Isn't there the cold brew machine still in there? You want to whirl up a little 40-minute cold brew?
Oh, man, I don't even remember how. Are the instructions there?
Probably. If not, we can just look it up online. You want to just put it in some hot water and stir it up? What can we do for you?
Oh, wait. I have my French press.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Isn't it helpful to have 3 different ways to make coffee? This is the moment to shine. Why do you
need all these stupid things?
Why do you keep all these things? Well, this is the reason. Yeah, just make a French press.
Yes.
We fixed it, and then we can figure out what's wrong with the coffee pot later.
Great. Well, I can't do it now. This whole V song is only 2 minutes long.
It is not an appropriate length.
It's not enough time.
Song. It's not enough time.
2 minutes.
We'll find you something later. You can go in there.
All right. Okay. Everybody relax. Well, French press.
You want me to
French press.
You want to start running, and I'll start whole V for you? I'll give you an extra 30 seconds.
It's not enough time. I got to get just getting the water hot. It's going to take like a minute and a half.
It's going to take a bit. Well, we got to fix. We can get you some coffee right now.
Okay. Sure, I'm glad we got that French press. It was $9 at IKEA before the COVID curtain fell.
If you were able to get that.
The Riot is well-versed on many different topics.
They're shy at first, but they're quite skilled at conversation.
This is The Riot on RadioU.
Man, so much money just flowing around. Money.
Who wants to spend some money?
Who wants to spend 24% money?
So
more money.
Basically for food delivery
Come on.
services, you have GrubHub, you have DoorDash, you have Uber Eats, and I know there's more, but those are kind of like the top 3.
Yeah.
DoorDash is top at 42% shares. Then you have GrubHub at 28% and Uber Eats at 20%.
Yeah.
I always forget that Uber does the ride-sharing stuff because I've only ever used it for meal delivery. Why are you shaking your head?
Because, Nikki,
This is the world we live in. We don't really need rides a lot of times.
Well, you know what? In fairness, Nikki, I've never used Uber Eats. I've only ever used it for rides.
For a ride.
Yeah.
So they're talking about...
And even it's just when I've been on vacation.
Uber is supposedly in talks to try to buy GrubHub, which would then help them compete with DoorDash.
Yeah.
So that's the rumors. There's not really anything confirmed, but they're saying that is something that they're talking about.
Nikki is somebody that is deeply embroiled in the delivery, food, home, third-party extravaganza.
What do I think of it?
How do you feel about this?
Dude, DoorDash, I really deep down think is slightly more expensive. I've never done the math with it, but I just feel like it is every time.
Yeah.
But I like it set up better. I actually find the food this is not like
it's okay. Just
it's
be
not
real.
an endorsement because I've
Just
had
be
a lot
real.
of... We've
Talk
all
to
had
us.
issues, but I feel like the food is warmer, so whatever the drivers do, it tends to get to me a little bit better.
Okay.
But Uber Eats can be...
Are you saying there's the not good one?
Not as good. Practically throwing it at your door.
So
there is sometimes a difference, even though a lot of times it's the same writer for all 3 companies.
So you're saying DoorDash, that's the best.
To me, that's the one I use the most. I've used Uber Eats several times. I've never used GrubHub.
Okay. So, all right. Well, it looks like if you get nothing else from this, it seems that the get the food delivered to you at home business is booming.
It absolutely is. It's just what everybody's doing now. And they see that as something that will continue. Even as stay-at-homes are lifted, you're allowed to go out and eat, whether on patios or eat inside. You know, lots of states and cities are different, but they say that because we spent so long ordering our food for delivery from these companies that we should probably continue using it more than we were before. We won't go back completely to how it was.
Yeah.
Where we used to make our own food. So
No, you said you're making yours more.
No, I am back to that a little bit. I'm just eating whatever. I don't care.
It's whatever.
Just whatever we can put together. Doesn't even need to be a meal.
Whatever you have.
We'll take.
You thought they were bad live? Well, just wait until you hear this. The Worst of the Riot podcast with Obadiah and Nikki.
I don't know if you saw this, but I believe the House of Representatives, they're looking at a new stimulus package. $3 trillion.
Sure, okay.
Where are we getting all this money?
You're not supposed to ask. You're
Don't
just not
don't
supposed
ask.
to.
Just don't ask. Okay. All right. So $3 trillion stimulus that would happen, and we'd all get more checks.
Yeah, but we're not getting what is it still the same amount? Is it what were they saying, 1,200, and then maybe if you have families or something, it's more.
So would that be 1,200 but is it 1,200 a person?
I think so, but again, if you have larger families, you get a larger amount of money. So now's the time to bring all your roommates together. Just make it work.
You're like, wait, you're a kid.
You're
a kid.
You'll count.
You count.
You just make they can't tell you what a family is.
Yeah.
All right?
Who are they?
To tell
Who
you.
Who are they? To say that your fur babies are real.
I know, right? Exactly. My
they
dogs
depend
count,
on me.
So I don't know what the amount technically would end up being, and I'm not even sure if this one goes through. They're just talking.
They're floating it.
Yeah.
And you know what I love is I'm sure there is all kinds of garbage or
Put
was
into it. Yes.
One of the things that's come out, there are several $1 million for new cell phones for everybody that works in the House of Representatives, like in the offices.
That is not. Please do not tell me that is true.
Yeah.
Why would that count?
Well, they all need phones.
No, they don't.
And phones are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
So you know what? It seems fitting that we should go ahead and, get them for everybody.
I don't like when you find out those things. It's always how politics stuff is, but I just don't like it.
They're like, yeah, we're voting on this law for roads, but it also has this thing in here about shower curtains.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do they have to do with each other? Nothing.
Don't look at it. Just look over here at the money we're giving you.
Just wait for your next check.
Turn around. Don't see everything
else.
Money. We'd all still like another check, but I mean, you'll end up paying for it eventually.
Yeah. Somebody will, I guess. I don't know. But they're working on that. So they want to make sure that everybody gets some money and then
your phones
and a phone if you work in a congressional office. I'm sure it's their business phone, Nikki, and I'm sure they're using it to conduct.
It's an essential business phone.
And I'm sure that it's a really crappy Android phone that they're going to be charged absolute top dollar for. Because that's another thing about the government. They buy the good one. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
No, I'm sure it is the best one.
In case you're wondering, yes, we do get complaints.
They have gone too far. This time, they are going to be held accountable.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
Look, man, I don't know what the answer is, but we got to get this gym situation worked out.
You want to go back to working out?
I'm getting fat. And it's not just the weight. I've gained weight, but I'm out of shape. I go to do something and it's like, what?
But I thought you weren't going to feel comfortable going back to the gym for a while, even if it did open up.
And therein lies the problem.
So what would you do?
Even if the gym opened up and was like, come back, which they want to. I'm getting emails from them. They're like, we can't wait to have you back. We're scrubbing the gym down right now.
I got that email too.
Right? In the meantime, work at home with our D-list celebrity trainer.
I also got those emails.
I'm not doing any of that, though. Apparently, I really should be. And I need things
you needed to go back to normal.
To the way it was. And everybody's like, it'll never be that. Yes, it will. That's what they said the last time there was a pandemic. There was the last time everybody was like, it'll never be the same. You know, when I lived through 9/11, people were like, it'll never be the same. It's the same. Except you got to wait longer at the airport. It's the same.
So you would go back to the gym?
Yeah, I just needed to somebody to make me feel okay about it. I don't know who that person is.
Listen, this is Obi talking, who just wants to go in the gym. You like doing that.
You
enjoy lifting.
I'm not doing great with this workout at home stuff. We're like, I just work out at home. I don't.
It's not the same.
I don't do well at home. The weights aren't the same. I need to go where there are other people working out so that I can feel bad about myself when I see them. And then it motivates me to keep going.
Why don't you try some Zoom workouts?
Zoom
meaning it
Zumba?
No, it wouldn't be
the dance?
No, it wouldn't be yourself just doing it. You'd feel like you're a part of a workout group.
Oh, maybe.
You're practically there. You need more people.
I need people to help me out. So Ashley says, I need the gym back so bad. What can we do?
Question mark.
I don't know, Ashley, but I'm starting to notice that sometimes when I walk, I feel this jiggle right around my waistline that I don't even remember ever feeling it before. And it's the fat of my stomach that has grown enough that like I feel it. Like I feel my stomach hitting my shirts before my chest does. Normally my chest does and like my shirt kind of drapes down, and now it's like my stomach hits the shirt and my chest is trying to catch up.
You've had a day, haven't you?
What do you mean?
It just seems like you're having a harder day.
Listen, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm talking. I'm getting real about it.
And he said, at least you can get your thumbs exercise from gaming.
Yeah. I'm not even doing that.
Why do you bring back? I saw on TikTok a lot of people thought it was fun to bring back like the Wii Fit. You know, do some sort of gaming exercise thing, some classic gaming.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could.
But you just want the gym. So there's probably nothing that'll work until it gets back. I just want to
go to the gym. And again, if you saw me, you'd be like, oh, he doesn't work out. No, even, you got to understand, I had to work out to look like I wasn't working out. You get it?
That was a lot of work.
Do you get it? Like, now it's getting bad.
Now it's the opposite. It's harder.
And I see myself on TV and I'm like, who's that big oval round face? Look, oh my gosh, it's me.
Everybody's gaining weight.
Does he have a chin?
Everybody
I can't find it.
Don't feel bad.
The Riot has now been downloaded. I hope you installed some antivirus. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
So I see here, Nikki, that, we talked yesterday about the fact that South Korea, of course, was, well, let's be honest.
Good that you would at least say in case someone was wondering.
Right. So South Korea had started kind of the process of reopening. And over the weekend, they were like, get up in the club.
Well, they had several people that had been going from different clubs. And they had the virus, and that's caused more problems.
It has. So originally they were like, yeah, we think that we like infected like probably 20 people or something.
But the problem is then that goes from more to more to more.
So far they say from the weekend, and this is just a cluster of a few clubs in Seoul, they're saying now they've got 102 new cases of the coronavirus, and they expect that number to go up.
From that one person going out to different clubs.
Yeah. But you know how the club is. You're sweating.
No
you're
one's
dancing.
Going. If you're like...
breathing on people.
I know you want to go to the gym, and that I could see happening sooner, but no one should be going to any clubs anytime soon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, I'll shut that one down.
Comrade Nikki.
Sorry. You'll have to wait.
Running the dictatorship.
Can't help
telling
it.
us how to live our lives.
Nope. You have to watch. And there, I mean, you can get some clubs that are just really small.
You're packed in.
They're packed in there. It can be a problem, as it's shown.
I hear you. But, I mean, I'm just saying, Nikki, that we need to get back to the club.
Right? You want to go to the gym.
You're right. Get to the gym.
That's your only club you're ever going to.
It's the only one.
That's the only one.
That's it. That's all I get.
There's nothing else.
Yeah. And I'm scared to go back to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you have the COVID?
What about restaurants, though? Would you eat outside?
Nope, don't.
Would you eat outside on the patio, though?
I don't know. Would you tell me what you would do, and then I'll tell you what I would do.
Let me hear your thoughts first.
Let me know where you stand, and then I'll adjust how I feel accordingly.
I never liked to go into restaurants anyways too often. I mean, we'd go at lunch, and that'd be fun if you were going with a group of people. But since you're really not supposed to be doing the group of people thing, I'd rather just not go in or go onto the deck.
Yeah. See, I'm not feeling... I don't like going outside anyway.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Well, everybody's like, I like to eat outside. It's pleasant.
No,
I'm like, you know what? If I wanted to eat outside, I would just go on a picnic or whatever. Why am I paying you to walk outside and bring me food?
Forget about me because I am outside.
Yeah, because you're on the patio and they're like, oh, I forgot we have people on the patio. Let's check in on them.
But at least it's at least a way for things to open up. I do think to bring people back in.
I don't know what the answer is. I'll just tell you right now, like if you're looking to be your business is stimulated and you don't sell electronics, I'm not your guy.
He's not really the right target.
I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
And I'm too scared to go to the gym. And, I was all set to take the Riot jet to South Korea for some clubbing this weekend.
You're not going.
That's
not
off
going
the
into
list.
clubs.
I got nothing, Nikki. There's nowhere to go.
I
can't go to the beach.
There is.
Where can I go?
Home.
It is where the heart is.
All right. So there is a place for you to go to.
And just to be clear, it's nice there.
Yeah, you're fine.
I have a nice place.
You're fine.
Just got a new iPad for it.
You're fine. You're absolutely fine there. It's just, you want to go. I think the heart of this morning is Obi wants to desperately go back to the gym, and it's making everything else messed up.
It is having an impact on my mental health. But, outside's open. Just run, fatty. Just don't want to.
Don't say those words. Don't say run.
They say you're not supposed to say anything to yourself that you wouldn't say to a close friend.
The Riot Radio U.
A text message that I think we should look at, especially since I think I've been whining for about half an hour. And
you can't help it.
It just keeps cutting. The thing is, we're talking about one thing, and then it just squeezes out just like a little bit. Like a ketchup bottle that's too full.
Which we'll talk about ketchup later.
So here we go. Where'd she go? Leah says, good morning to the Riot. I'm Leah. I'm a podcast listener.
Thank you for listening.
I won't hear today's show until later. I can't have my phone at work, but I want to know what everyone's favorite part is about this quarantine. We always focus on the bad. I'm a very antisocial person, but and I think the rest of her text message got cut off.
She just wanted to know some of the good things?
So what are some good things that have been coming out of this time of staying at home?
Of a bad thing?
So, of course, obviously, Nikki and I are very negative, and I'm just a whiner. So I'm opening this up for you guys to help us.
So we can tell Leah some of the more positive things that other people have said?
Well, you just text it, 877-2-RADIO-U. What has been something you have enjoyed
during
about
the time?
quarantine? What about you, Nikki? Can you come up with something?
Well, the ice cream. I had a real thing with ice cream at the beginning of the stay at home. But I think...
Again, it's all about how you say that.
It is.
I rediscovered my love for ice cream.
Of ice cream and desserts. Lunchtime desserts are a real special thing.
Come on.
No, but I think probably just being at home and appreciating the time you had with your family or your friends. Because, you couldn't really see a lot of them. So it's nice to be able to FaceTime and Zoom and just hang out and still be able to, thanks to technology, still kind of feel connected, but knowing that you appreciate when you'll be able to actually physically be around them, how nice that'll be.
Yeah. I would say that for me, if there was something that I haven't enjoyed, it's just been the idea of I do miss getting a chance to go places and do things.
On the spur of the moment.
Right.
For fun.
For no reason at all. But the one thing that I have liked is I have a tendency to be very busy in the evenings and on the weekends. And I have liked the fact that I don't have somewhere to go every single night of the week. Where it's like, I could tell you now where I have to be in the middle of July.
Yeah.
It has been nice to just be like, what are you doing tonight? Nothing.
Nothing. And that be okay.
And it's okay. And exactly that. And there's no expectations. It's not like you're a loser for staying home.
Yeah.
It's just that.
Well, Melissa hit this one too, less traffic, because we're essential workers, so we've been coming in for work the entire time, but you definitely saw less traffic when everybody else was staying home.
Well, take a minute and think about it. We'll come back, and if we only have one or two responses, we'll know that the answer is I can't find anything that I'm liking more in this quarantine. So 877-2-RADIO-U.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So Leah texted in and was like, hey, I'm a podcast listener. I want to know what has been something good that you've actually enjoyed during the quarantine. We asked the question. Here come some of your responses. Zach says, the best part of this is not being pressured to go and do things with people.
That is true. Worst part, though, Zoom meetings.
Yeah. Dave, where did it go? You guys are texting faster than I can get to it. Dave says one of his favorite things to do during quarantine is to smash his cymbal when he's done with work. Andrew says during quarantine, I've enjoyed food delivery and spent time in video games.
That seems to be a lot of our worlds.
Yeah. You know what?
Get on the food delivery, will you?
Yeah.
Could you please?
I know. Well, okay, I had a pizza delivered. That
doesn't count.
It does.
It does not count.
It does.
You're not even supposed to have the pizza delivered by the pizza place. You're supposed to have it by a third party. so you can pay extra pricing.
Good call.
Janet said, I left Michigan and went to her parents' house in Chicago, so appreciated that they were cool having her back and that she was able to spend time, and then also keeping up with the riot humor, and the stigma of having groceries delivered has evaporated.
That's true.
I like that.
Lena says, one thing I really love about quarantine is I get to do craft projects. I love crafting. She says, I normally say I have better things to do, but now there are no better things.
Well, Lena, pass along any fun ones you've done.
I love that.
We got to stay busy.
I love that. There are no better things. Shut up! It's perfectly fine. Pez says, I've actually enjoyed doing top clan distinction on Division 2 during quarantine.
Is that good?
Yeah, you know what, Pez? I've been playing Division 2 as well. I finished up all the DLC, and so I started working on the season's content. I'm playing solo. That's impossible. I'm going back trying to replay missions on hard. I was doing the one where it ends up where there's 3 or 4 of those tank guys coming at you, and I was just you know what? I don't need this in my life.
You don't want to do,
and I just shut
go
it
back
off.
to it?
Yeah.
Ben said more time to go mountain biking, less time hanging out with people.
Do we just not like people? Is that the show? Because I don't know if that's the vibe I put off, but I'm an extrovert and I love hanging out with people.
Well, I think it's okay now that you can't. We've gotten over that, and everybody's comfortable with having that pressure taken off of them.
See, I miss, a lot of you guys are saying that you like not seeing people. I miss the random people in my life. That's one of the things I miss. The people that I talk to once a week or say hey to or whatever. I miss those interactions. I'm seeing Nikki every day. I'm getting your text messages. I'm seeing my roommates. But every once in a while, I'm I see other cars, but are there other people in the world?
There's not. It's just us.
Is anybody left? Is that what's happening?
That's all you get.
Let's see. This person whose name I didn't get says, getting to spend 7 weeks snuggling my dog was the best part of quarantine.
Aw, yay.
Nikki, was that you?
No, that's not me.
Did you text that? That sounds like you.
I got 3 dogs, and they're going to be really shocked when things go back. There's no daytime walks anymore. There's no daytime snuggles. It's all over eventually.
You're going to come back, and they're going to trash the house to punish you.
Well, they'll be bored because they won't have us there.
Dee says, my new teaching assistant. Oh, and it's a dog.
Yeah.
So
a lot of pet things.
A lot of you dog people.
Well, thanks for texting everybody.
It's interesting that so many of you, why are all you Riot listeners stay at home, leave me alone people? Shouldn't we be out liking people?
We're a stay at home, leave me alone people, but we're glad to have our dogs and our cats. So we're pet people.
Okay.
You should get one. You can find one that won't bug your allergies, and then
I'm not getting
you can have entertainment during the day. What are they going to do today?
I'll get a virtual pet. Good enough.
Good enough.
Then if I don't turn it on, I don't have to be really concerned about them. So Ben says, Obi, I'm a strong extrovert, so I filled that void with multiple coffee shop trips. I've done that.
I gave during the last fundraiser, and all I got was this crappy morning show. This is The Riot on listener-supported Radio U.
Were you planning on catching a Broadway show this summer? I did that last year.
Which one did you see?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, that's right.
Maybe that was 2 years ago. Yeah,
yes.
Whatever.
When you went to New York City.
Yeah, it's been a while ago. I just want to let you know you're not doing that.
Not this summer. They're saying, what did they say, fall?
Broadway
or what did they?
is closed through Labor Day.
Yeah.
That's wild. That is wild. To me, okay, you tell me that different things are closed. The gym is closed. And it's yeah, okay, whatever. But that's a cultural touch point, an institution that Broadway is closed.
It's mostly because it's in New York City, though.
Right.
It's a different layer
than it's
other
way
cities.
Worse there than it is here.
So they're just saying that there's no way you could. Tourism's not there to support it.
Right.
The safety for the crew and the staff, but then also for people coming in. If you took Broadway, lifted it up, and put it in another city that was safer, then I think you could see it come back sooner. But because it is where it is, they're not pushing it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Are touring Broadway shows?
I don't know if that's a thing either.
I guess it depends on where you are.
They do that a lot. They could still do that. But for going to see an actual show on Broadway, that won't be at least until after Labor Day.
Well, in the meantime, kind of what you just said is happening. You saw that Hamilton is going to be on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. That's going to be, it wasn't supposed to be until next year. and instead it's going to be this year on July 3rd is when that will happen.
Hey, for 4th of July, that works.
There's some Broadway.
You get something.
That's coming somewhere.
Who was doing it? Was it Andrew Lloyd Webber stuff or the?
Oh yeah, it's I believe every Friday night.
Yeah, on YouTube you can watch a free
Broadway
play
that has been recorded.
Play is the word I was looking for.
Show is probably more accurate.
It works, but yeah, you can watch one of those. I watched some of the Phantom when they released that.
I believe that was the recording at the Royal Albert Hall, which I've seen that multiple times.
I like it in person. I did not watch the whole thing. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mood for it, but it wasn't as interesting that way.
Phantom was, I don't know. So I like it, but I have nothing to say. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to wrap on that.
So if you've been looking forward to traveling and going to see a Broadway show, that won't be for some time.
Yeah. No, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, guys.
He's fine.
It's fine.
He's totally
you
good.
Know what? I'm all verklempt over.
You're emotional about
over
it?
Broadway being closed. I'm so distraught.
There went your plans.
I just can't. There goes. The summer is canceled.
You're listening to the worst of the riot. Radio U.
I mentioned this like an hour ago, and we never actually got around to talking about it. So I'm talking about Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Nikki and I talked about it off air, left the rest of you out.
But we mentioned
we
it.
dropped it.
I only recall it being, who's the guy in it? Is it the Captain America guy?
It is. Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. It's this old movie.
2012, I think.
I just recall it being, I thought it was on Netflix, but maybe not anymore.
No, it was on Netflix forever because they tried so hard to get me to watch it.
But I thought there was another show or there was another movie that was supposed to come out as Snowpiercer, but it was kind of all the rage when it came out.
It was. I believe they talked about a sequel. It was directed by Bong Joon-ho, who is the guy directed Parasite. He also directed The Host, which I had a friend. I have several friends that have tried to get me to watch that time and time again, and each time I'm like, I'm totally doing it, and then I never do. It's kind of like
At least you're consistent.
It's like the conversation I had with Netflix about Snowpiercer. Well, they have made a TV series that is going to start this weekend on TNT.
Dude, I also have not watched TNT in quite some time.
Nikki, do you know why they call it TNT? Because it's explosive.
Good way or bad way?
It's big. It actually stands for Turner Network Television, but it's big. TNT.
Is it a show just completely ripped off the movie, like based off of it? Or
could we not use words like ripped off of?
Well, I know the story already if I've seen the movie.
You'll know some of it. Now, will you know all of it? Now, I don't know about that. I'm sure that they're going to come up with a whole new way for us to look at some big socialist metaphor about class struggles.
This is set more than 7 years after the world has become a frozen wasteland. Mm-hmm. And it's about the remaining people who live on the train that circles the globe.
That's right. And that's how they stay alive, is on the train. But like, you probably live in the crappy part of the train, but other people are living in the good part of the train.
Hey, don't spoil the show, all right?
You know what it is? It's okay. It's a big metaphor for the Earth because the Earth circles around the sun.
They're going to teach us something out of it.
It's this train that keeps us alive, but different people need to stay in different places, but blah, 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 whatever. So, but, I mean, the special effects might be cool.
Yeah, I bet. Who's going to be in it?
People.
People. Okay. Thank you.
So that's exciting. Look forward to that.
All right. Well, what's her name?
I don't. Jennifer Connelly?
That's it. She's in it.
Is she supposed to be the big draw?
Looks like it.
She's the bad guy, girl, person.
Can we quit just spoiling all this? She looked pretty nice.
I think you get that right away.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think they're hiding that.
All right. Well, if anybody catches it this weekend, let us know.
And then Daveed Diggs is the... Wow, they filmed 20 episodes of that. There are 2 seasons.
Ready to go?
Have they already done them? Like, they already... Wow. All right. Well, it's coming. Yay!
More shows.
This Sunday.
Yay. Is this one one at a time? Or are they dumping it all? Or
Nikki,
it's
a video network.
I haven't seen a show on a network in a while where, like, how does this go? Are they putting them all out on once?
Wait, so you're telling me that I have to be here
every time or
next week so I can see this again?
I'm just not used to that. We've been binging so much that I'm used to normally just watching the entire offering that they have at one sitting.
Are you sure about that? Is that the way that's supposed to work? I'm looking at the trailer for it. It's out there. Not the movie, for the TV show. Definitely has a train in it. So, if you like trains.
And then when you're watching it, like, I don't know any train that's as wide as that. Just to tell you, with that
I was thinking
room.
the same thing, actually.
The Riot. Just because it's bad doesn't mean it's not good. Wait, isn't that exactly what it means? It's The Riot on Radio U.
What about some new headphones, Nikki?
I was just looking at these.
Would you like to have a new pair?
Well, I'm all comfortable in my AirPods.
Which is why you need some new ones.
I tell you what, I feel like my left ear has changed, though. I don't feel like they fit. It's the weirdest thing. It's so weird. My left AirPod does not fit like it normally does.
So what's happened?
I don't know. I feel like it's me. It's
Like,
really been at the start of the
year.
year.
Is it falling out?
Yeah, it just won't. It doesn't want to stay. So, like, if I lay down, I have to lay down on that side so I can, like, push a pillow and stuff. Just keep it in there.
Yeah.
So, should I move to the new AirPods that have the adjustable sizing to it?
It was only a matter of time.
No, this is medical now because something's with my ear.
Shut up. It's medical. Oh, my gosh.
Or should I just move into something like this where it's it's the over the ear, like it's an actual it's not old style. It's just studio headphones.
Well, there is a rumor floating that Apple is going to be unveiling the AirPods Studio.
They basically just look like Beats.
That's what I was going to say. Aren't they just a pair of Beats?
But they own Beats.
Right.
So maybe this will be their version to kind of slowly combine the two companies together in a more apparent way.
Yeah, maybe. My Beats are starting to crack.
You got to send them in before the time's up.
Really?
Are you talking like the cushion part?
Nope. I'm talking about the hard plastic above the ear.
Send it in because you have a really good warranty with them, but that part always goes bad and then the earphone part goes bad.
Wonder when I'm not quite at a year yet, so they're probably still okay, right?
Yeah, but
so what do you? Okay,
you just send them into Apple and they'll fix them.
Okay, because they're definitely breaking.
Yeah, I had a pair of Beats and I sent them in twice.
Jeez, I don't even. And the thing is,
that's a structural issue.
It really is. Like it's not. It is not made properly.
Yeah, the part where what goes over your head connects into the actual circle part. That's what will usually break.
And that is, of course, that's. I've had multiple headphones that break there. Maybe it's just because I have a huge head.
No, not just you. So the AirPods Studio will be able to be featured. They can be worn backwards. They'll have sensors so that if you automatically take your headphones off, it just stops what you're playing.
Right.
Which I think would be nice because Eric has a pair, I think, of Sony's. And every time I talk to him, he's like, tap, tap, tap. Like he's got to stop what he's listening to. Yeah,
the ones I bought at Christmas, the in-ear ones that I bought to wear to the gym that we never go to anymore because we can't.
But it's fine. It doesn't bother you at all.
What? The Jabra Elite?
Yeah.
Something like those 65T or something. If you pull one of them out, it just stops what you're doing. And then when you put it back in, it starts back up, which I thought that was a pretty cool option. So,
well, for this, these will have sensors so that it'll automatically stream the audio to the left or right ear, no matter, because sometimes if you have other earphones that don't have
it'll detect which side?
It'll detect which side.
What?
Because if you put on a pair of headphones that do not have that, your left will go in, it'll go in the wrong way that it's supposed to.
Now, wait, though. Like, we're still dealing in rumor territory here, right?
For the AirPods Studio?
Yeah.
Are we
looking at the same article?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, all right. Because I don't think this is confirmed yet.
Well, no, it's close enough. These are leaks. These are the type where they want you to know. Yeah, they want you to know about it.
Yeah. They want you talking about it and then talking about it.
Yeah, so the AirPods Studio might happen.
Okay. You know what? I'm sure they will. Like this guy, they even have a photo. Did they Photoshop that?
Well, I think that's just a stock photo of something. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Because I'm like, man, that for a leak, that looks pretty darn official.
Are they practically on sale?
I mean, they're leaked. I heard a leak that they're on sale today. They're not. That's not true.
Worst of the Riot. Radio U.
I want to give a shout out to Nikki's mom who...
Yeah, we got food, Obi.
She stopped by and brought some food. Not just anything.
She brought some Wendy's.
Oh, I love Wendy's.
Someone's got a chicken biscuit sandwich over there, and suddenly the day's a little better. It seemed like you were having a rough day.
I'm doing great.
Now you're doing better.
I'm looking at a study here. This is from Time Magazine, though the study itself is from the Cambridge Open Engage. And here's what they found. In quarantine, we are getting lazy, guys.
We are?
They say that the average adult in the United States, now, of course, this is based on a survey of 3,000 adults. So not like the best sample size, right? Mm-hmm. Which is everything you ever seen.
And are they counting us at like 18 as adults?
Yeah.
Okay. So 18 and up.
A 32% reduction in physical activity.
Nice. Congratulations. Aren't we supposed to be excited about this?
Woo!
Yay. Woo!
So
that's just more like workout stuff, right? That's not like our job.
Right. No. This
job
is in
stuff.
Physical activity in general, because the data is coming from a few different tracking devices, including Fitbits and Apple Watches and this stuff.
Where are you supposed to go unless it's taking a walk outside?
They say the numbers vary, but they've seen anywhere from, I love this, a 7% drop in daily steps to a 50% drop in daily steps.
How can you get steps when you're in bed?
How can you, Nikki? You just move your arms.
Move your arm.
Are you thinking about what I'm thinking?
What?
The Dr. Phil thing? Do you remember that?
No, what's that?
A long time ago, Nikki and I, this has been a while ago, but we found out that our computers had like access to not like streaming TV, but like over the air TV.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that? And we found out that Dr. Phil came on after our show, so we were like, hey, we can watch Dr. Phil. I hate Dr. Phil, but we can.
Just the fact that you could.
Oh, it's a weird world. But anyway, and Dr. Phil was yelling at the fat guy, just like, move your arms like this.
Well, we could. You can still get your movement check done each day. So
in Indiana, daily steps are up 16%.
In Indiana?
Yeah, in West Virginia, steps are up 9%.
Well, I wonder what the difference is.
I don't know what the difference is.
Maybe certain states have maybe stronger stay-at-homes than others.
Yeah, but one of the things they say is that we are there. The concern behind the people that wrote that particular study is that because it has lasted so long, it's become a habit.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
so, like, we have formed laziness has
to
become
get the soda. You hear the soda? I walked out there to get it.
Laziness has become a lifestyle, guys. We're into it.
It is the style.
It's real.
We're all gaining weight. We don't want to do anything. We're all a little anxious and a little nervous.
Here's where we're headed. You guys have seen WALL-E, right?
That's all this really is.
This is where we convert to that. This is it.
That'll be the only cruise ship I'm getting on anytime soon.
I'm in. Let's go. Get a robot to clean up. Put me in one of those floaty chair things. I got soda on demand, and I got an iPad dangling in front of my face. Hallelujah!
Perfect.
Can I get an amen?
Let me use the napkin.
Not a loud one, because I know, it's hard to breathe.
I'm going to use the napkin to wave at you from our breakfast that we're eating.
She's waving a grease-stained napkin. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's like those fainting cloths or whatever. Like it'll just revive you right up.
Smelling salts.
Yes.
Well, I guess.
Are we supposed to feel bad? Is this supposed to motivate us?
Yeah, we should all go for a walk today. Not just to the fridge.
And not at the same time, because you got to still distance.
This was the worst of the Riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The Riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at RadioU.com/donate.
I'm all verklempt over.
You're emotional about
over
it?
Broadway being closed.